Hello, everyone, and welcome to Influencer Mindset Podcast. Today, we are here with Dr. Yehiel Harari from Israel. Um, Dr. Yehiel Harari, if you don't remember, he is an author, speaker that wrote 11 books, and he's well known all over the world for his insights and knowledge of Jewish Kabbalah and Hasidus. uh, in a very unique way of looking and explaining and bringing it to the world. He's going to share with us today, since we are coming back from a period of holidays, a period of not being able to produce much when it comes to finances, as we were engaging more in the practice of the holidays and the spiritual process of what we went through during Passover and the Seder and the days after. And now we are at the Omer, the times of the Omer until Shavuos. But again, we are coming back and we want to be better producer. We want to succeed more. We want to take things to the next level when it comes to our finances, our businesses, whatever it is that we do. We are influencing the world. We have to start monetizing it, and we have to really take things to the next level. And we want Dr. Yehiel Harari to share with us 5 things that could really help us elevate our game and take things to the next level in 2023. How are you, Dr.
Thank you
Yehiel
very
Harari?
much. Great. Thank you very much, my friend. Thank you very much for the introduction. It's like, in English, you have a beautiful word to making money, making a living. It's like you have to live through making a living, through making money. What does it mean? Usually we disconnect between our life and the process of making a living, our career. Like I'm working 8 hours, I'm doing money in order to what? In order to gain something else. There was some kind of, my daughter told me of an encounter with a friend. She asked her friend, what do you want? She's 15 years old. And she asked her friend, what do you want to be when you'll be grown up? And a friend told her, I want to be a teacher. And to be a teacher, it's a wonderful thing. It's very influencing. You change, literally, you change the life of your students, of your disciples. So, but only if you want to. If you really want to. And my daughter asked her friend, do you really want to be a teacher? She knew that she did not really want to be a teacher. And her friend answered, no, I don't want to be a teacher, but it's very convenient. It will be convenient with what I want to do. And it is something a bit of sadness there is in it, because she's going to work for 30, 40, 25 years, doesn't matter how long. And she won't really be with passion, with love. It won't be really the thing that she wants to live. She's doing the living, she's making money, she's working in something in order to do something else. And one of the most important things in Judaism is not to make deviations, let's call it like that. When you deviate between things, between parts in your life, it's like you have the part that you are making a living, you have the part that you have children and husband and life outside of it, and now you have a part that you are learning. It's all connected because we are one soul. And doing the connections tells us something very unique. You have, according to Jewish thought, you have an inner powers. You brought to the world for a reason. Part of this reason will be manifested through your working, through your making a living. Doesn't matter what career you will choose, what kind of working you will make. So making a living is a part of discovering, of revealing, of manifesting your inner powers. And it's not like just thinking about how do I make money. It's thinking about how do you call your podcast, how do I influence, how do I discover my inner meaning to the world. And it's not like when I'll reach something, I'll get to it. It's like an ever-ending process. Whenever you buy ice cream and you see the one that sells the ice cream man smiling to you, is now influencing to you. Why do you buy ice cream? Because you want a little bit to have more fun, enjoy yourself, to uplift yourself. And when he's giving you the ice cream, feel like that, eat the ice cream. It's like it doesn't do what is
Exactly.
disconnected from his product, and you have to connect yourself to your product, and your product means what? It's not only what you eat, it's what you feel, and it's all
Yeah.
about feeling.
Yeah, it's true.
So the first
Everybody is
point,
influencers. We always say that every human being is an influencer to some degree in one way or another. Continue, please.
and no, please stop me, like, and it's like the first place that you reveal your value to the world is the place where you make money from. Why? Because what is money? Money, it's all about relationship. You get money. Why? Because you bring other people value to the world. I pay you because you brought me value. I listen to you because you brought me value. And when I have value, only then I'll give you money. And when people does not make a living, that means they do not make money. That means they do not bring their value to the world. So you have to think about how you bring more value to the world. I'll pay you for your value. And
Right.
usually a lot of people are afraid to share a lot of things on YouTube or whatever on nets, because they are afraid that, okay, if I'll share it, nobody will buy it for me. I know how to teach you to stop smoking in 6 hours. There is this workshop called Ellen Carr, 6 hours. I talk to you, and you know how to stop smoking. And it's not like if I'll talk about it on podcast and you won't come to the workshop. The opposite is the truth, because people will pay you, so you will organize for them the
Mhm.
material that you are talking about on your podcast or whatever. People are paying for you will help them to implement, to personalize what you are doing. So the first thing that you have to contemplate on, Jewish contemplation, itbonenut, is what value do I bring to the world? And through this value, how do I discover my inner power, my inner attributes, my inner, when I say attributes, is we mean your inner powers that comes from the soul and illuminates in the body. If you have the power to make other people smile, that you have this power in you and you have to reveal it. And instead of that, you are walking around and you are all, you're all criticizing and shouting, and you do the opposite of what you're supposed to do. So the first
Right.
thing is asking yourself, am I just thinking about making a living as making money, or it's really a part of making a living? It's really a part of how do I reveal my inner, my influence, my value? How do I bring my value to the world? And you can do that whenever you are. It's a huge mistake. Sorry that I'm. It's a huge mistake that people think that there is only one trajectory. Through it, they bring their value. Whenever you are doing something, wherever you are, it's not about you. Whenever you are like in a reality that has been created, and now there is nothing that is something that is not fixed in this reality, and you have to bring your value in order to fix this thing. And this value is changing every moment. Like, it's not like Elon Musk needs only
Right.
to make electric car. He has to be a good father. It's the value that he brings to his family, and he has to do. And he have a worker that needs in this moment something from him. So in every moment there is value that you bring to the world, and when you think about things like that, I'm a value man. It's change your whole way of life. You're not just heading to the target. You are living. You are making a living right now. You are living. There is a process through it that you bring value to the world, and you create a community, and through this community you bring your value. It doesn't matter what community you're talking
Right.
about.
Right. It's
um,
amazing. It's amazing. And you're absolutely right, but sometimes, I think that people feel like, yeah, I mean, money is according to the value you bring, but in reality it's not really like that, because you like sometimes you see people that are born into like a generational wealth, and there could be like the fourth or fifth generation of wealth, and they just born into a lot of money. So the money that they have is not according to the value they brought. What do they bring? They were just born into this. The guy, was didn't really bring any value. I mean, now he probably has the opportunity to bring the value, since he already has the billions. Let's say a son or a daughter of a billionaire, for example. Not somebody who started, like us from scratch, started from the bottom. Now we're here. You know what I'm saying? But in that sense,
yeah, money, it's a mean of exchanging things. That means I bring you value, and I can get in exchange few things. Money is only one of them. I can get in exchange. I can get love. I can get confidence or trust. I can get
right.
time. I can get respect. So there are a lot of things that I'm ready to give in order to get this exchange. I give you value. Value. What do I want? Like, I give you value. I want time. The most important for me, I don't care about money. I care about time, because time will give me the opportunity to learn, to get deep into ideas. With money, I cannot do that. I need money, but it's not the main exchange that I want. So I'm ready to give up a lot of money in order to get time. So there are a lot of means of exchange that you get when you give value. One of them is money, and you decide. Sometimes, it's a week ago, two people called me, two young people, 27, 28, called me. They were both like, they needed an advice. One of them went through such a hard life. Everything was broken in his life. His family, his father was in jail. Whatever you could think about, the worst life that you can go through, he went through, and he's now 27, and he's in the streets, but he's struggling, and he's in a mode of, I can do that, I can win. I just wanted few advices how to succeed more. And few minutes later, called me a person that he built a house that cost in Israel 10 million shekels, something beautiful in front of the sea. He has a beautiful view, beautiful life, beautiful wife, beautiful children. Everything is beautiful, and still everything is black in his life. He cannot stand everything. It's like everything is so hard. He's struggling with his wife. Everything that he built in his house, it's like makes him crazy because he didn't make the right decision according to his subjective mindset. So he's going through such a hard time, even though he doesn't have, economical problems. It doesn't.
Yeah, I mean
Nothing about
the guy is obviously wealthy. He bought a house for $10 million on the beach. 10 million
money is
shekel.
nothing
Oh,
for
yeah.
him, but he's not experiencing life like he's experiencing life like it's very hard. So it's all in our mindset. So sometimes you get money, but it's not the point. You think about yourself. You are so concentrated about, I want to fulfill my potential in this life, but you do not, because it's all about you. It's not about your life mission, which is to rectify the world. When we mean the world, it's like the specific moment that now you're in it. Sometimes it could be as we use this example, make other people laugh or happy a bit. You see someone, you just smile to him, you tell him the right word, you uplift it to him. Sometimes it's concentrating and revealing something with your mind. It's not only giving others, it's giving something. When you understand something, you now fulfill your potential in your mind, and it's something unbelievable. Sometimes it's just learning. Sometimes it doesn't matter where. Whenever you go, there is something to rectify. Time that you are losing, and so thinking like that, even if you were born poor, whereby Rabbi Tzemach Tzedek, the third Lubavitcher Rebbe, said that in Rosh Hashanah, the New Year Eve, that's what you call it, the Jewish New Year Eve, you have to decide. It's a good time to ask for. You're davening, ask for something from the Creator. What would you ask? So now you have to decide. It's all about you. He will help you, but he wants you to decide what you really want more. Children, okay. Money, okay. So, but make some kind of a list, and don't ask for everything, because he won't get everything. But what happens? Usually I just want my child to be happy and to be strong and to be healthy. Now your child is strong and healthy. That's what you daven for. That's what you ask for. And now you're not satisfied. Why you're not satisfied? Because I just need another car or a new car, but that's what you wanted, and you got what you wanted, and you are not happy with that. So fulfilling your inner powers, there is a contradiction between being in the moment and living in the moment and being happy and being confident and full of trust is a part of being in the moment. And there is this thing that I need my will to push me forward. I need something. I need a goal. And when you have a goal, where you have like a will in Hebrew, it's like I wish for something. If you wish for something, that means what? That you are lacking of something right now. You don't have it. When you don't have it, that means you are like living now in the future or in the past, because what I did or what I want to. And when you think like that, what I want to, it's always like I'm missing something in my life. But you need this goal. Without a goal, you won't, without you won't walk through this trajectory, through this road. So you have to balance between both of them. You need to know that I have a goal. I need a lot of things, but still everything is now completed in my life. I have everything to rectify this moment and to live in this moment with, with point of view of happiness and mindset of this is the right moment for me. So the first point that we want to talk about is making a living is not only making a living, it's discovering your influence. The second one is trust, that I think, when people are getting divorced, stop me, feel comfortable, when people are getting divorced, one of the hard emotion that they are facing is anxiety. What will happen? How would I manage? It's not enough that now they have all kind of fights with
Yeah,
sometimes they
not
fight
simple.
like
Listen, I've been there, done that. It's not simple.
it's not simple at all. And when I think I don't want to be,
Tough.
not, but sometimes when you are a woman, it's even tougher because you don't know what
For
will
sure,
happen in
it's
the future.
tougher. For sure, it's tougher for women.
Um,
Because
yeah,
a
it's very
guy,
subjective.
a guy, you are like boom, boom, boom. You're out and about in 2 minutes. A woman,
But
it's harder. But it depends. Like it depends. Some women,
it, it depends on the personality, on what happened, what the
it
relationship,
depends on many
how much
different things.
the divorce went through in an easy way,
Yeah.
and you gave confidence to your
Apparently
ex-wife or
today
whatever.
you'll be amazed from research that I read about a trend that's going on right now, that there is a lot of there's a lot of men in the ages
Mm-hmm.
of I think 35 to 55. They prefer to in the Western world, and it's by the millions, they prefer to just be stay-home dads. They just
What do you mean? They divorce but stay the same home?
no, no,
That's
no.
what you mean?
They stay with they tell the woman, you go if the woman has a better job or something,
Mm-hmm.
I'll raise the
Mm.
children, you go to work, I'll
Mm.
raise the children.
Yeah.
So the husband stays
Yeah, it's
home,
part
raises the
of
children, and it creates a lot of problem. Let me tell you that. Let me tell you this much. I think that it's a big, big problem to society that it's happening, that something like this is happening
why.
because I believe that the way the world is created is built, like the way nature is intended things to be, that wasn't what nature intended.
What
And uh I don't want to sound like a man should be the provider or stuff like that. It's not really about a
of
man
course not.
being the man or whatever. It's just the way the nature is. If you look at
I think that the
nature,
point is,
you see that that's how it goes,
according to Jewish Hasidism, the main point is it's what is going on in your emotions. How do they manifest themselves? How do you are you are you being able to overcome negative emotions like stress, anxiety? That could, the price could be a disease or whatever, or you cannot. So the point is, it's where do you find the real trust in you? Because you have to walk. The curse of the first human being, Adam Arishon, is to get out of the garden. He was in a beautiful garden. He had everything. He had the best food, the best wife, the best nutrition. But now he was thrown out of Eden. Why? In order that he will discover his power. Think about it. Think about Maimonides. Ask this question: how could it be that he made a sin and he got more knowledge because he ate from the fruit of knowledge? It's like usually you make a sin, you get less knowledge. So there is a contradictory of here, and the answer is that you have more knowledge in order that you will go to the word, and now you will walk on it. And sweating, it's like your curse, but it's the way to reveal trust and confidence. Without, if everything is good, you don't have to develop yourself. You don't have, to go to the next level. You don't have to develop in yourself a trust. Trust is one of the most important things in Judaism, because what is trust? Trust means that you go to the word and now
Talking
you
about
are being
bitachon.
able. Bitachon, trust in God, trust in yourself, trust in what you're doing. In a way, trust is revealed through confidence. But confident is not what really, what people think. It's confident. It's not like the way I look or the way I speak. It's only being revealed through the way I talk, the way I speak. But confident, it's like feeling, how would you call it? Menuchat nefesh, feeling the tranquility. It's like I'm tranquility state of mind. I'm enjoying this. It's like I'm here. I'm walking. I'm doing.
While you are taking risks in business, or while you are trying to invest in some new venture, or learn a new skill, or develop yourself in a new area, you have to, in a way, do that.
To be calm inside. It's like
Do it
trust
calmly.
is.
No matter what. Just stay
It's
calm. Stay focused.
you have a center. You are doing. You are walking. You are. Don't think you are in whatever. But you have something. You have a center inside of you that calls you, a voice that says to you, everything is okay, and everything is gonna be okay. And everything is not only okay, everything is in the best mode. It's the best reality for you. And trust, it's everything is one of the most important thing in Judaism. All the struggles you are going through it's in order that you will develop trust in this moment. When you develop trust in this moment, you're like saying, I know that this reality that I'm facing is full of bad people, odd things. I'm struggling. I know it's not easy. It's very natural to be in anxiety because you do not know the future. It's natural. I don't know what will happen in a few minutes. And because I do not know what will happen in a few minutes, it's very natural to be in an untrust place, because what is anxiety? Thinking about what will happen 12 months from now. But then when you are being able to put the creator back to the point and thinking about this moment is being created right now, especially for me. So, and there is intention behind this creating of this moment right now for me. And the intention is that I will do what I have to do, but everything will go exactly in the right way in order that I will discover my inner attributes. So thinking like that and developing and contemplating on trust, it's one of them. We think that the goal of the creation of the goal of our life is to reach somewhere. And we are only adding to a goal in order that we will develop this trust in us. So trust, it's like the opposite of negative emotion. And in one side, you have anxiety and stress and whatever. And in the other side, you have trust. When you have trust, it's like, this is the main thing that we should get. This is the main goal. So you have to do a lot of things. You are facing a lot of hardship in life and harsh thing in order that you will get trust. So thinking about trust is the second thing. You are going to life to make money, and the first goal is to have trust in you. And you see, and it's a conversation that it's a podcast on itself, speaking about trust. But you see people that when it's something very unique, the more trust you have, the more money, success you magnify to yourself in a way.
I think
Why?
the word in English is like not trust, it's like confidence. You know what I'm saying?
I think that the difference between trust and confidence, it's like trust is like you put godliness in God in the situation. Trust is like I trust him that I will have confidence, that will think. Confident is the way that you reveal your emotions. Okay, I can adopt that. Somebody corrected me, an English speaker corrected me and said, okay, trust, maybe.
Okay.
But confidence,
Interesting.
it's
Confidence.
like, but
Confidence.
but confidence. Okay, sorry. But when you're in confidence, it's like it's like you're thinking differently about everything you are doing. And gaining confidence, it's the most important thing that you can reach in your life. Everything is about confidence. And we started to say sometimes when you have more, sometimes I ask myself, wow,
Right.
who should I
Right.
lean on? I don't know what will
Right.
happen. Thing does not go on my side. And if it goes to my side, I
Right.
did so many bad things. Why do I deserve confidence? And the answer
Exactly.
is when you have confidence, this is the goal that you achieved. And because of this confidence, because of this trust, you will get what you deserve. You will get everything will go smoothly in a way. So you can
Yeah.
see it. The more confidence, that's the second point. Let's push a little bit forward if you want to.
Yeah,
You
let's
know,
push forward. Let's go over the five things that that could help us, go take things to the next level when it comes to business, finances, uh, from the Hasidus and the knowledge of the Kabbalah and the Hasidus. And
okay, so we started with think about the value that you bring to the world, and the value is connected to your inner attributes. Second, we spoke about confidence. Third, we think about there is charity. You know, in Hebrew, charity is doing justice. The word charity is justice. That means you are walking. It's not everything about you. You know, it's changing your mind when you know how to give. You will know how to get. I remember once we have been in San Francisco somewhere, and you drank, and somebody there was a coffee machine there, and there was a sign you can pay $1 or $2 for this coffee machine. It was like in a synagogue, and he said, and he put $1 or $2, and I told you we are the guest over here. It's okay, you can drink the coffee. You don't have to pay for the coffee when you are a guest. And you told me something, see how 9, 10 years I think have been passed from then, and you told I don't want to be a receiver, I want to be a giver. And thinking like that puts you in another place. Usually we think, what do I receive over here? What did I get? And when you think, what do I give? It gets you out of very odd places. It's like,
yeah,
what do I get? What do I give over here? And when you think like that, you know that making money in a way, it's like not about getting. We spoke, I think we had a conversation about how to make um, wealth consciousness. And we said that wealth consciousness is not about what we are receiving, it's about what we are giving. That's the point. And it's changing your mind, it's changing the way you think about you producing a product and you want to bring the
right,
product. I thought
right.
about a car, a new car. It's always thinking about what do I get? How do I
Yeah,
how
where
do
do
I
I go give?
give?
Where do I go? Where do they need me? Anything like
And
that.
you're
Where do
thinking
I
about
need it? Where am I needed?
you had restaurants. Well, which are the best restaurants that you see that they are full all of the time? The one that they are not cheap on what you are getting. They put more because they think they want you to enjoy every moment, and then you will pay. But a part of it is like charity. It's not mine. I want to give you. I want to give. There is a charity in listening to something. There is a charity in giving to someone others. When you have this mindset of charity, it's not me. I want to give you the best experience that you can get, and I give you without thinking of what do I get and making all of the small thoughts about it. So this was the third thing I think. Um, um, Another thing that I wanted to add, another contemplation. It's like we used few contemplation, few things that we can look at that the Jewish thought is adding to making a living. It's there is nothing static. There is no pension. Don't think about the pension, never. Why there is nothing static? Because there is one word that I don't really like. It means exit. What does it mean, exit? Exit that I made a
Right.
product and I want to get rid out of this product as fast as I can in order to get money. Because my real wish, what I really
But you're not
wanted,
doing your
it's not.
purpose. You're not really trying to help the world. You're not really trying to do something that you will carry with you for a long term. You're just trying to do a big bang, like Lasot Makkah in Hebrew we say, like a big bang and it's nice actually. I did few exits in my life myself. it's not a bad thing. It's a really an amazing feeling. It's like the whole world changes in one day. Your whole world changes in one day, and it really takes you. And it's an experience. It's a human experience that I recommend. It brings you even. It tells you.
But what bothers me there, what bothers me, if you're thinking about, futuristic point of view of making money is how do I make a community, and how do I give value to this community? And I'm here, I'm not leaving you. It's like you trust me,
Exactly.
like,
But
and
that's
if I'm thinking
that's the
about
old
only
way
the
of
money from
thinking.
the beginning,
I know.
it's that's
Now
it.
it's all about
We are talking
community. It's
about,
about you build something that's going to hopefully last forever. Hope way
and
after us and way after your grandchildren. I mean, until hopefully this whole absurd of life will be solved. I mean, this is what
I'm selling courses online. If I will think only about how many courses I'm selling online and not about the person that now I'm engaged and is listening, it's a different point of view. It's like you say, it's the customer point of view. It's not only the customer. It means that there is nothing static. I should always let me get you back. Take you a little bit higher in this point of view. According to Jewish Hasidism, God is creating the world every moment. And it's not like he's only creating the world every moment, he's investing his all powers in it. He's like in the world and it's not creating. And it's like it takes from him effort. In order to stop, it doesn't need to destroy the world if you want. You just have to stop working, stop doing the world, stop acting, stop, really being engaged in the world. And when he takes his powers from the world, is then sphirot. So the world will, disappear in a moment. Nothing will be. What does it mean? If he's creating every moment, and it's not like it's something that he's working on it. It's really work for him. That's why you have to work every moment. You have to justify your creation. In order to be like him, you have to justify your creation. It's not enough that you made a course and it's like how do you call it, a work that it's like you don't have to work anymore and it will work for you. Nothing that things will work for you. You have to continue revealing. That's the purpose of your life. If you get back to the first point, if your point is to reveal you cannot get into pension. You have to do that and every way.
Right. I think people saw too many movies about, going to like some island back in the Caribbeans with a suitcase full of cash,
They won't be happy. They won't be happy.
goodbye. I
Because
mean,
happiness
everybody,
goes
we
with.
saw that in a movie sometime, when we were kids, and we think that that's like the ultimate, situation.
You saw Elon Musk or Zuckerberg or whatever stop working because they have enough for their living. They work
Exactly.
harder. What does it mean? Because there is no meaning in not working. It's a very Jewish thing. It's like there is no meaning in just the Lubavitcher Rebbe said to person, he was 80, 85, I think, and he asked, can I go to a pension? I have enough. I made enough money in my life. I want to, I want to enjoy life a little bit. And he told him, you cannot. You're not allowed to make pension because if your life mission is to make money in order to give charity, in order to do things, to reveal your liveliness, you cannot stop doing that. You cannot stop doing that. You have to continue. You can a little bit lower the intensify it here, but you cannot stop doing that. So what I'm trying to say, if we are trying to conclusion and targeting the point, making money, it's a way of finding unity in life, because these are the most important thing. I want you to, without money, we said it's an exchange thing. Without money, I wouldn't have to be nice to you, to get out of my zone and to make interaction and to see other people and to think about business. Money, it's about interaction. Interaction, it's about finding unity. Unity, it's about discovering the divine in this reality. So making money, it's a part of God created this thing that through communication, we can find unity and we can be more, think about it worldwide.
Wow.
Worldwide, the whole world now becoming one because we have
Wow.
to. I'm selling to United States, and it's like we
That's
find unity
amazing.
for life. So in
Amazing.
Israel, in Hebrew, just like one sentence in Hebrew, money. It's like what I wish for. It's kisufim. It's like my inner wishes. Inner wishes. That means I want to be a part of something bigger than what I am here. So it's like you can call it all in money in a way, but you have to think it's not yours. It's a part of your life mission to be connected with others. I think we caught a
Exactly.
few points.
Exactly. I think that
Few
kind of
points.
science already figured it out that really the key to longevity, it's really our relationships. It's really our friendships, our relationships with our
Mhm.
spouses, with our children, with our friends, with our families. Those are the things that really keep people the happiest and live the longest. It's really nothing else. It's not about having this much in the bank or that much in the bank. I mean, as long as you're not obviously, God forbid, living in a country that suffering a war or something, like what's happening in the Ukraine. May that war be over soon. So
Wish for. We want to go to the Alter Rebbe.
we are good. Yeah, exactly. We should go to the Alter Rebbe, go to the Baal Shem Tov, to all the tzaddikim over there.
Mhm.
Hopefully,
Maybe last point. We said last point, and we'll continue talking. Sometimes where you have competition where you are, and it's you just opened a new store, and somebody opened the same store in front of you, and he's selling also ice cream, and you feel that you are losing everything, and it's the wrong point of view, because when you give, when you share, when you give ideas, people will come to you more and not less. When you are opening a store and somebody opened in front of you, you should not be afraid, because now this spot will be a place where people will decide where to buy their ice cream. It will be competition. Usually gives a better value to the customer, a better value. I don't like the word customer, better value to your community, and it makes
client.
you better, a part of your community, part of your community. People are buying from people, not only ice
Yeah,
cream. And
yeah.
so from
At the end of the
from the
day,
point
we
of view
all
of,
we all
yeah,
friends. We all like in a way, you become friends with your community. They're all like your friends. In a sense, they become like your. It's like a brotherhood.
even someone that, even if I have a virtual community, it's not virtual. Someone that I do not know. It's so don't be afraid of competition. Okay, I think we caught a few things, and it was a pleasure for me. And I think, and it's like the whole point of view is to go out there to do what you have to do without stress and with a huge belief that that you can do it. Sometimes doing it is just, you know releasing pressure. It's wanting it less. When you want something less, you will be in less pressure. If
Right.
you must to have something, so usually you won't get it. And sometimes Mark Manson, I think, wrote a nice book. Don't give about anything else, about a lot of things. When you don't give, I don't want to repeat this word. When you don't give about something, you just I say to yourself, okay, I do not must have it. You don't must have it. So you're releasing stress a bit from the thing that you are really adding to, and it helps you to do what you have to do without being connected too much to the results. You are heading to the goals, but it's not the results that really catches you. But the point that I'm rectifying right now, what I'm doing right now, what I'm revealing right now, that's the point in from Jewish perspective.
Amazing, amazing. Thank you so much, Dr. Harari, on your insights. It feels like I want to continue today to talk to you even more and to get even more insights. I know our time is short. It's Friday morning in Israel, and you are getting ready for the day of Shabbat. I'm sure there is a lot going on throughout this day for you, my friend. Thank you so much for your time. Would you like to add anything else?
I think that the result, everything that you are listening to, if I'm opening a podcast, I want to know what would I get out of it. A human being that's not a
Right.
human being, a modern human being. We do
Exactly.
not do nothing
Exactly.
without a reason. I want to know, what do I get out of it? What do I extract out of it? What do I take to my life? And I think that the most important thing that we can get out of this conversation is, don't be afraid of what is facing to us, revealing or working on our trust and confidence. It's the most important thing. It's better than working. It's one of the most important skills that we can work on, and it's not natural thing. The opposite.
Right.
Sadness, anxiety, depression, those are natural things. Hope, believing, those are unnatural, because whenever you are rejecting despair, that means you made place to godliness in your life. That's usually, I know there are a lot of places that do not talk about, they talk about being happy, but without having a creator in your everyday life. But when you think like that, now you are not afraid to face things. There is, how do you call it in English? There is
Right.
a fraction. There is fraction wherever you go. There is a kind of a fraction that
Right.
and this fraction, a lot of time when you're facing it, you feel like everything is collapsing, and I don't want to be there. And think about it. Sometimes, like Jacob and Esav, when you are facing fraction, it's the place where you will develop yourself, when you will just work on your confidence. So I think this is what you can get, what you can extract out of this conversation. This is the most important point, because whatever we are facing is being created in this moment in order that we will develop the right attitude, the right mindset. And without that, you will always
Right.
worry. And even if you'll
Right.
succeed and you'll have money, but you will be worrying, it is not worth it. Leave everything.
Exactly.
Just let
Exactly.
me take the worries for me.
Right. I can tell you one thing that sometimes people don't appreciate, just to be healthy, just to be able to get up and your whole body feels okay and you don't have any pain anywhere. I've been having some lower back pain because of, not sleeping at the right movement for a few hours at night, one night. And then I've been, I
Suffering.
not only the pain, it's just like the movement, and then your mind works differently because you're not thinking, okay, how can I create content right now or be creative right now? You're thinking about how can I make myself feel better so I could, go back to having that mindset to create content, because now I'm struggling with my lower back pain. I'm like, even sitting on the chair is hurting. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
But now it's
When you are
better.
lack of one thing, you see how much fragile you are.
It's
You know the
unbelievable. The relationship with Hashem, it's just, I don't know, I feel it better. I feel it more like even that I felt that pain for my lower back pain. I felt like first I felt like I'm doing this to myself. It's like it's a result of something that I've done, that I'm paying some kind of a price for it or something. And I know what it is that I need to do in order for this pain to go away, like it
Rabbi
never
Nachman has
happened.
a beautiful insight. He says, um, accept the pain, the misery, what you're facing. Accept it with a kind of happiness. It's like, it's pain for you. Be happy about it, because this is the one thing that you are like, now we are facing something. It will help you to grow. It will help you to think better about your body, think better about your life, think better about your soul. And if I can add another insight of the Alter Rebbe, the founder of Chabad movement, is writing about, there is this portion. Can I speak about in 2 minutes about the portion, about the weekly portion? There is something you are not allowed to eat from the fruits of the trees that in the first 3 years, when the tree brings fruits, the first 3 years you're not allowed to eat from the fruits. And there is a huge question why you are not allowed in Israel. The halachic, the commandment is in Israel, but you can find places that they speak about all over the world. But today, you do not eat in Israel. So the question is why? Remember, the first human being, the first man, Adam. What was his sin? He didn't eat from the fruit of knowledge. He was born in Friday. He was born in the 9th hour. and you have been told, don't eat from this fruit only 3 hours. On Shabbos you can eat whatever you like, but he couldn't face it. He couldn't, he couldn't um, stop himself from this craving, from this. From he really wanted to know what is beyond the curtain, what is the taste. But you have all the tastes of the world. You can eat whatever you like. You have so many fruits. Eat another fruit. No, I
Yeah.
want really
That's why we
something.
have to wait
And
three
and
years.
so we are, and the midrash there, like, they said we are waiting 3 years in order to show the first Adam. You couldn't wait even 1 hour. We are waiting 3 years, and when we are waiting, we are
We had
discovering
3 hours,
our,
but we wait 3 years on the tree to not eat the fruit from the tree the first 3 years because to
because
correct what he did for 3 hours, dude. 3 hours, we
that's it.
can we could have still been in heaven. Like literally, there would have not have been any. The concept of death wouldn't even exist.
And it
Life would have
shows
been,
you
yeah,
that you reach your potential when you know how to overcome your craving, your desires, your when you know how to control them. Only then you can reach your, and only then you will have whatever whatever you need in order to develop yourself. Without controlling your cravings, your inner desires, your emotions, this is the main key to fulfill your potential. And it's
absolutely. There's a lot of self-discipline that's needed to really, get all these things done and be on the right path to true connection with the creator.
but then the fruit will taste so much. When you wait, the fruit is a lot more tasty than,
Exactly. The fourth year
yeah.
is
It's
usually
in
the
Ilulim,
best.
it says. It's like in gathering in Jerusalem and celebrating and joyfulness. And, it's
Right,
like it's a
right.
different experience
It,
of eating the fruit.
and usually the tree will bring, I think, triple the amount
Yeah,
than it usually will. It just makes sense. It's a win-win situation if we get that concept of the tree and the waiting and the delayed gratification, how that's important too. Because when you delay gratification, there is always going to be a fruit that's going to be ripe enough for us to eat it at the right time. Bezrat Hashem.
especially.
Yesher koach.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. And you are more than welcome to subscribe to Uzi's podcast, Mindset, Influencer Mindset, and
Correct.
to Bonenu, Jewish Psychology. You're more than welcome to join us. And we are growing, both of us are growing the channel, and it's very important that you will be a part of it. If you love the ideas, if you love to penetrate into Jewish psychology and Jewish mysticism and to extract practical ideas. Thank you very
Yes,
much.
exactly. Practical ideas. That's what we want. We want to apply it to our life today and actually see results while we're still here. So, God willing, we'll see you at the next podcast, which will hopefully happen next Thursday. We'll see you then, my friend. Thank you for joining us today and much love from Los Angeles.